Não, 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 não. Cuidado. Você não pode, não precisa olhar a câmera. Você pode fazer a câmera aqui.
É?
Sim, 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 não problema.
Mas eu tenho que ver. Mas
Por exemplo,
tá bom? Porque aqui tá só tua sombra. Vê mais a paisagem. E
filma a janela.
aqui estão os melhores kitesurfistas do mundo.
Mas que nada, sai da minha frente, eu quero passar. Meu samba está animado, eu quero é samba. Esse samba é um mix de maracatu. É samba preto velho, samba de preto tu. Mas que nada, tudo legal. O mundo vai querer, eu quero é samba.
Cadê a latinha?
Aladin.
Diga oi.
You should be a beach garden now. He doesn't have a way. Oh, that kills me, man. He didn't get in. Oh, he didn't get in? He didn't. He's not ready.
Caralho.
What's Aladin doing?
He's standing on the beach right now. I'm wondering if he's having problems.
It went out of focus just as he did the trick. He doesn't even know how he's getting back.
I'm 29 years old now. 28 was a heck of a year. 29 is going to be even better, I think.
Special thanks to Mike. Put together a great birthday party for me. David and his wife came. Tim came. Daniel came. Mike's girlfriend came and her girlfriend.
She was hot.
Yeah, she was hot. Yeah, it was a good birthday. Best birthday I've had in years.
That's cool.
I had chocolate cake, just like when I was a kid.
And you did a downwinder.
We did a downwinder, and then an upwinder, and then
Side.
a
Shark race. Dogfish race.
and then we did some kite jogging. New sport, the new sport of kite jogging. Yeah, it was a good day. It was a great birthday. I'm very happy. And I think, I'm 29 right now, but I think I'm probably actually younger. I probably look younger and feel younger than I did the day that I turned 28. Actually, I'm positive about that, so that's kind of cool. And I withstood peer pressure today.
How?
I didn't go out drinking because alcohol is a poison. The FDA would never approve it now.
Why?
Oh, it's this drug that's got so many different effects. It's just too simple of a chemical, really, right? It's a depressant. It's
Central nervous.
it goes to your nervous system, affects your judgment, affects your motor control. It kills fetuses' brains. It just does all sorts of horrible things. The FDA
It
would,
kills fetuses' brains?
yeah, man, fetal alcohol syndrome.
I was a fetal alcohol syndrome.
No, dude, fetal
My
alcohol.
parents got married and I was during the wedding night.
Mike is not fetal alcohol syndrome, okay? I've seen pictures of what people look like that have had fetal alcohol syndrome, and their heads look funny. You know, you can tell. Like, have you seen that?
What's it look like?
Um,
Their eyes are close together.
you know what? They look kind of like fish. Like their heads, they have
Oh.
kind of a fish-like look to them. That's
That's
probably the best way I
sad.
would describe it. Yeah. But don't worry, you don't have that.
Does their brains work properly, or do they become
No,
singers like
they're-
Ricky? Or they become singers like Ricky Martin?
There's
Dance
there's
that
a
funny.
there's a
sexy
danger.
way.
There's a danger that they might become like Ricky Martin. But then again, okay, I lost my train of thought.
All right, take your shirt off. No, I mean it. Show the audience what you got. There's girls in the audience in the theater wanting to see.
We already
this.
did that, remember?
But
we
it's-
did, yeah, we did it out in the sun.
But that wasn't. It was yes, but then this can cut to that.
Like, I think we have enough. We have plenty of shirtless footage.
Just a.
No, dude, I just ate. I'm like fat right now.
Your hair is getting too long. It's sticking up in every direction. Repeat what you just said. Okay, my hair is a little long and it sticks up. I haven't really got them. It's difficult to get good conditioner here at a good price. I had to buy the cheap Brazilian conditioner and it makes my hair stand up. That's the truth.
Yes, I've had problems with the conditioner as well.
Well, for me, it's been an interesting trip. It's been about kite surfing and jumping, flying through the air for 6 to 9 seconds. Well, it was 9 seconds, but now we've learned that it's only 6 seconds if you time it with a stopwatch. But I've improved my kiting. I've seen some incredible parts of Brazil. And I have to go home because my visa's running out.
But you have sweet relish to look forward to.
I have sweet relish to look for. I'm looking forward to getting home and having carrot juice and really good milk and whole chickens, rotisserie chickens from the grocery store. And I'm also looking forward to sweet relish and other things like that from the grocery stores in America, milk. But it's going to be sad to leave here because I've got my V4 with me and I thought I was going to get rid of it. Well, this is the story of my kites and how I wanted to become a kite surfer. So I was in Brazil and I had 2 months to go. So I went to everyone I could find on the beach who was a kite surfer and I said, what do you have for sale? And they directed me to this Nash guy named Dudu, which in most languages means shit. But anyway, what happened was he sold me all this old equipment for high prices. And then I went to, well, I didn't know anything because I wasn't a kiter. I'd never done anything. I told him that I'd never even stood up on a board for more than 2 feet without falling. He should have put me directly into lessons right then and there and put me up with his teacher. That's the ethical thing that should have happened. Instead, he just saw me as a $ sign and he sold me as much of his equipment that he got out of his garage. It was all piled up in a big pile behind his dune buggy in his apartment building. So anyway, to make a long story short, I spent 2 months. The kite had a problem with it, and I had to return that like a week and a half later. And then I waited for 4 months for a replacement kite. I got that kite, took it to Maui, and I had to buy another kite and ended up with 3 12s in one day. And then I took that back and got a 16, so then I had 2 16s. Then I went to Cabarete and I sent an email and I got that 16 changed to a 10. So then because I didn't know about quivers and what kind of distance you need, a 10, a 12, and a 16 or something like that. So anyway, I never used most of the equipment that I bought. I've never used any of the equipment that I bought from the original Dudu guy, even though I paid almost $1,500 for it, except the harness. So I basically paid $1,500 for a harness. So my advice to would-be kite surfers is take lessons, don't buy anything until you're pretty good, and then find someone you really, really trust to help you buy used equipment, or find the discounts on the internet that are low-priced new equipment. But basically what happened was I got over to Oahu and someone stole my barn lines on the beach, so I went into the Nash store and they had this big sale, so they convinced me to buy the same kite, the V4 that I had before. It was a whole nightmare.
So, Mike, just to clarify, you had 2 12-meter kites already,
Yeah.
and you had your bar stolen. So you went to a store and bought yet another 12-meter
Well,
kite?
the reason why I bought the other 12-meter kite is because I had no experience with Cabrina kites, and when I opened the Cabrina kite up, I couldn't even figure out how to put the lines onto the kite because they're very strange. actually what happened was the factory had left off one piece of line that's attached to one of the ends of the kite, so it didn't make any sense in how it would connect. And I had no experience with the bar. It's a strange bar with all. So I was after I got to use it, I really loved it and it was fantastic. But those first days when I was still a novice, I was afraid to use it and I was comfortable with the Nash bar.
But then, upon realizing your mistake of getting a third 12-meter kite, you went to trade it in to get the identical 16-meter kite to the one you already had?
Yes, that I've been trying to get rid of. It's been a real nightmare, so to speak. But
would you buy a piece of equipment, kite equipment, that your life depends on from a man named Dudu?
the other thing that's irritating is the safety system, which is the rope, the line that connects you to the chicken loop, to the dead man loop. On a lot of these kites and the Nash kites, it's a rope and it just breaks after you use it for 2 or 3 weeks. It's ridiculous. The same with some of the Cabrina bars. The safety system rusted. So, I mean, if your life is depending on this, you're out in the ocean, and the safety systems, they're supposed to be the backup systems, wear out so fast that you can die at any time. I mean, this isn't going to come out because that hose. There's too much background noise with the hose. Well, maybe it is because it's there's actually directional. It's a directional mic, so it will come out. It will come out. But basically, to make a long story short, my time in Brazil is coming to an end. I've got sunburn, so I'm putting a lot of zinc on my face, and I'm trying to decide what to do with the rest of my life. If I should just... My mother said, "Why didn't you buy land in Brazil?" My mother, she said, why don't you buy land in Brazil? And I said, "Mother, because I bought kites instead." My mother asked me, "Why didn't you buy land in Brazil?" And I told her, "Mother, because I bought kites instead." And when I called my mother, I said, "Mother, I'm dedicating the next 8 months of my life to kite surfing around the world." And the phone was completely dead. I never seen her with nothing to say, heard her with nothing to say. She had no words. I'm like, "Mother, I'm dedicating the next 8 months of my life to kite surfing around the world." And she couldn't even speak. I think finally after a minute she's like, "Okay, that's nice." So, but basically I'm the person who got the worst deal on kites in the history of mankind. Even after Best was selling everything for $500 a kite.
Mike, can you do mime?
Which, by the way, if you look on the internet and type in some of the founders of Best, you'll find a lot of fraudulent transactions in the past of businesses that they were in the internet tech boom. Fraudulent activity. What else can I say? I'm in a secret place that I don't want anybody to know about. It's one of the best kite surfing spots in the world. I'm hoping to go to La Ventana soon. Brazil is the most criminally horrible place on the earth. The police are all corrupt and evil. It's the most God-forsaken place I have ever been in my life. Do not come here. Think very, very carefully about visiting this place. There is thieves, robbers, muggings, murders, killings. Brazil is a God-forsaken hellhole. It is an evil place. There is no safety, security. There is thieves everywhere, violence everywhere, violent thieves everywhere, corrupt police, danger. Why there's not a travel advisory from the State Department to keep people out of this country, I don't understand. There's so many attacks, murders. One 1/50th of 1% of the population is murdered every year. That means that in 50 years, 1% of the population has been murdered. Einstein was in Brazil and he said it was the space-time between heaven and hell. But there's so much corruption everywhere. Police shaking down people for money. Look, everyone is trying to steal money from the visitors. It's very, very dangerous. Be very careful if you come here.
Yeah.